Okay, time now is 9:57 a.m. on October 17th. Um, I slept from 4:30 a.m. to 9:45. Um, yeah, I'm feeling a little sore throat down here, actually. I feel like I've been having a sore throat, not a sore throat, but like, my throat has been feeling kind of dry since like a while ago. Um, but yeah, can't wait to sleep on Monday. Monday and Tuesday, 2 days of sleep. Oh, I can't wait to do that. Um, yeah. I'm waking up super early just so that I could finish the video essay homework. Um, I asked Ethan last night, when are we heading out to Warner Bros. Prop? No response, so I don't even know. I'm gonna assume sometime afternoon, maybe 1 p.m. again. But yeah, today's gonna be complicated. There's a Warner Brothers prop house thing. There's Click to View, there's George Lucas, there's Culver City. Should be pretty fun though. And then the next 2 days is just film sets in a row. Yikes. Yeah, can't wait to sleep again. Can't wait to sleep. Yeah, also brainstorming the script. I gotta start working. I gotta start writing my second script. I've been brainstorming every single day, not having time, running out of time. I'm also just thinking about who I can send my script to for feedback, because I realize in USC I don't have a lot of people to send the script to and ask for feedback. Like not the 480 students, nah, Jayun, nah. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking of asking Colin actually, even though he might have an interesting perspective, and then maybe Ethan Kwan. Maybe I can tell it to him in detail. I don't know. I just need some like USC production students to comment on it. I'm also probably gonna send it to Justin, the Malaysian guy. Um, yeah. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, and yeah, Mary is cooking again every morning. I don't even know what to eat for breakfast. I'm so what do I have for breakfast? I don't even know. Aside from pumpkin bread and pumpkin muffin, I don't really know what do I have for breakfast. Mary's probably using my pan right now. That's the lighting of the fire. Super high heat, scratch my pan. Break it, snap it in half. Cover it in grease. Ruin it. Set it on fire. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I kind of want to go back to bed. I'm so tired.
People actually prefer to go to Universal for Cinegear because like there's more parking and everything, but to shoot, I think people like. I'll take a picture of that. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, let's go.
These guys are way better than Universal.
Hey, what happens in Universal? Warner's just older.
Well,
Okay.
the studio themselves are not that much. They're not that much different age. It's just the props here feel way older.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. What else we need?
Messed up. I accidentally left this thing open. Shit. Oh wow. Okay.
Social Club.
And we're going to read off the mission statement right now. Queer Agent Social Club is a community organization empowering queer and trans API-SWAD, which is Asian Pacific Islanders Southwest.
What year were you born in?
I'm born in the same year that Jesus was supposed to be resurrected.
Different theater. Okay, it's 2:48 a.m. in the morning. I'm just gonna head to bed, like, within 40 minutes. Yeah, so today is a bit of a tomfuckery, I would say. I woke up early just to finish my video essay assignment, and I, impressively, within maybe 2 hours, I was actually able to finish editing it and, write down a summary of one of the two essays, but I couldn't complete it because at 1:45 p.m. I had to go to the Warner Brothers prop house with Ethan Kwan. It's funny because in the morning I don't even know when will Ethan Kwan pick me up. I don't know when are we heading out. And that's a bit of an issue because the second half of today is packed with events like the Click to View club meeting, the George Lucas thing, the call with Thomas, and then my 2 screenings at Culver City. So I don't want to be late to that at all, plus my video essay thing, right. So everything was flipped. Everything is changed and flipped and fucked. So I decided to skip my art class. And yes, it's so fucking stupid that I'm doing all of this for Ethan Kwan. I skipped my art class for Ethan Kwan, and I also spent so much fucking time at the Warner Brothers prop house that I also couldn't make it to the Click to View club meeting. Fuck me. 2 club meetings in a row, couldn't even make it. So more on that later. So, at 1:45, no, at 1:30-ish maybe, or 1:20, Ethan Kwan texted me saying, "Can you walk over to my house?" And I checked, it takes 18 minutes. Why am I walking 18 minutes to his house? 18 is not a lot, but like, I don't want to be walking. And then I was just like, why? And he's just like, yeah, I need someone to guide the truck out. And I'm like, okay, fine. is there like no one else? And he's like, yeah, unfortunately there's no one else. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll head out. So I took my time, I changed, listened to music, and I walked all the way to Ethan Kwan's house. And by the time I arrived, his truck was already out because another girl basically helped him guide the truck out. So I walked all the way, and he's just chilling, waiting for me in the driver's seat. So I'm like, great. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry I made you walk. I'm like, it's okay. I've said it's okay like 20 times today already. But it's not okay. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this. So anyways, it took us like 40 something minutes to arrive to Warner Brothers Prop House, and it was an interesting place. It's my first time there, and we waited at the front gate because I don't have a pass. And anyways, we entered it, and it is humongous. It is a whole building full of furniture, chairs, sofas, their hand props, their fixtures, which are basically lights, and they're all so crazy, so stacked, so many statues, so many little bits and pieces of things, and it is absolutely crazy. But it's our first time. We don't have a dock appointment, and we also don't have. So apparently, it runs on a very old system. Like the computers there, like the people who work there use very old softwares, and like Windows 20 something. Like it's just super old softwares, where you just insert the number and change the price and all that. And apparently, how it goes is that we have a list of items. We're not supposed to even do that. We're supposed to like come here ourselves and then pick out all of the items and then come back and then just know where the items are because the previous person tell us. Like, but we've never been here. And so we had to find all the items we want. According to the little PDF that we have because we went through the online catalog. So I'm like, fine, I know it's my ideal situation is we arrive at Warner Brothers maybe 2 something, maybe 2:30. And then we're there, and then we give them a list, and they have workers, and they just help bring all the furniture together, and then maybe within half an hour, we check them out, we leave, I come back home at 4 p.m., I finish typing my video essay assignment thing, and then at 5, I'll make it to the Click to View meeting, I'll leave early, and then 6, George Lucas thing, and then I eat a little stuff and then head over to Culver City. So, a couple things changed. One, turns out George Lucas is next Friday. That's a huge relief. Second of all, Ethan Kwan wants to come back before 5 as well because the DFI Rentals, the company, the camera gear place, closes at 5 p.m. But he managed to convince Nobi to pick up the gear for him. So after that, he was like slow and he started chilling, and I told him I gotta go back because I have something at 5. And he's like, okay. But we kept chilling and chilling and chilling. I literally went up and down like probably 3-4 times. There was at one point where I pressed the 3rd floor when I meant to press the 2nd floor. And there's this crazy contraption with the elevator where after I leave the floor, I have to close it behind me so that it could move on. And because I pressed 2 floors buttons, I went to the 2nd floor, I closed the door, and it went up to the 3rd floor, and it remained open on the 3rd floor. And I couldn't call it back. Thank God there's another elevator that allowed me to go up, close the 2nd elevator, enter the 1st elevator, close the 1st elevator, come back down. But I did that so many times. I didn't do that so many times. I went up and down so many times. But yeah, we went on and on and on and on, and it's 4 p.m. already, it's 4:30 already, it's 4:45 already. So at that point, I was like, you know what? Instead of taking me home, just take me directly to school. And so we finally checked out all the stuff. And then at 5 p.m., we left. And I thought, you know what? It's probably going to take half an hour for us to go back. So 5:30, I miss half an hour of the club meeting. It's still fine. And then I look at the traffic, and it takes 40-something minutes. And in reality, 1 hour and fucking 15 minutes. So I told the Discord, I was like, hey, I'll be a wee bit late. So not anymore. I just cannot make it. I'm stuck in traffic. So I was quite mad. I was quite mad about it. And Ethan's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about." I'm like, "It's okay. It's okay. Nice weather. Nice. I feel jumbo. I feel mumbo jumbo. Happy. Happiness fills my heart and my stomach. I'm okay. It's okay." So I missed the meeting. Today's Click to View meeting is about like pitching ideas for the short films. And to be fair, I did not prepare any sort of pitch. I don't really have an idea. But yeah, I wish I could be there. And next week I can be there, definitely. But ironically, I have to leave early because of George Lucas. So there's that. But yeah, I'll try my best to be there next week. The good thing is, like, the president, like the people who run that club is Colin, Garrett, and Anya, and they kind of know me. So they're not gonna be like mad at me about this. This is truly a bad timing. Okay, it's P2 season, and I'm stuck in the prop house. And Nobi was gonna make that meeting too, and then in the Discord, Nobi was like, "I can't because I have to help this other guy do this rental place, and I'm stuck there." So Nobi and I cannot make it to the Click to View meeting because of Ethan Kwan. So it's so stupid. The reason for Nobi not showing up is the same reason why I can't show up. So yeah, that's that. So instead I directly went back home. So at first I was like, take me back home at 4 p.m. and then it's take me to school at 5, and then at the end it's take me back home at 6. Because at the end I return home at 6 p.m. So within 1 hour I cooked myself dinner, and I finished the video essay assignment at 7. I called a free lift to the metro station, took a metro to Culver City, and the moment I got off the metro, I had a call with Thomas and just talked about my script. Thomas read my script, and Thomas is really reliable because he did development and he also sees film in such a... He's not into artsy stuff at all. He's all about like whether it works or whether it doesn't work, which is perfect. Sort of like a perfect person to sort of give me feedback. And he actually gave valuable feedback about the dialogue and also the brother-sister characters, the brother being hateable and abusive. I never saw my script that way. I always saw the brother character to be more like concerning, but like broken and flawed. And I'm like, oh yeah, he is abusive. He is problematic. And I never saw that. So I'm happy that someone else had to see it for me. But yeah, I'm right now, so far, I have the professor who didn't really read my script but gave me a good advice. And Thomas gave me pretty good advice. And I think I'm more confident in my second draft now. Yeah, I'm also thinking of sending it to... I'm sending it to... I told Ethan about it, and Ethan said send it to Kate Xiao, because Kate Xiao works in development, like interning in script development, so I guess that sure. And I also sent it to Justin, the Malaysian guy, though he views art in a more artsy way, so another perspective, which is great. But yeah, so anyways, I went over to Culver City, and I watched a couple films. Queer Panorama's okay, Green Snake is pretty good, and in the meantime I made an Instagram story asking if anyone knows anyone who's studying in neuroscience, and I thought no one's gonna reply because my entire friend circle is film and artsy stuff. But Vanessa, the Latina girl whom I worked with just for a wee bit for a music video, she DM'd me. She's like, yes I know, yes I do. And I'm like, oh no way. She has a friend who is super into neuroscience and is double majoring in neuroscience or something. But that's great. So see, I'm like working my way. I'm even thinking of like visiting an elderly home, but I don't know how necessary that is. But I think knowing the neuroscience behind my story is really fucking important. So yeah. But yeah, I'm more confident. I also started working on my second script, History Will Absolve Me. And turns out Vanessa is also submitting a 480 script, and it's also her first time. So, crazy competition. Damn. Jesus Christ, you know? Jesus freaking Christ. But Thomas said he liked my idea, and Thomas went so far as to say that this is the best script he's written for me, or one of the better ones, which is shocking because to me this is not as good because it's straightforward. And Tom is like, no, it's good because it's straightforward. And I'm like, no, like there's some part of me who wants to make this 20 times more abstract, but I can't because then I'll ruin it. But I mean, ruin in a good way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm bummed that I missed a Click to View meeting. But it's interesting. People are pitching their ideas about like a short film about fluid. And Sunny, the alt emo Chinese girl, her pitch is just a photo, a soy jack taking a piss. And that's her entire pitch. It's a drawing of piss. And I'm like, that's edgy. And also, I thought about piss too. So I'm edgy too. But yes, everyone sort of had like an interesting pitch. Like someone was like, someone was doing about like identity, fluidity, and inspired by Tatami Galaxy, and the other is like more music video based, and the other is more like horror and like body horror. Yeah, just edgy stuff. Really picking the edgiest, most alt, most like internet coded film bros and film cis from SCA and putting them into this club. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All I really need to worry about are the scripts and also tomorrow and Sunday's set. I don't really want to worry about this weekend's set. Yeah, and also there's a crazy lack of art PA tomorrow, so it's gonna be bonkers. Harley apparently broke up with her boyfriend, which is why she couldn't come today. She's free today. She just couldn't come because she's hungover and she broke up with her boyfriend the night before. So she's like crashing out. That's what Ethan Kwan said. So that's great. I don't know how it feels to break up. I mean, I do actually. Without having dated, I know how it feels. But yeah. Also, I guess I shouldn't be talking about this too much, but yesterday Christian told me that A, he's changing his last name and his dad hates movies. B, Christian thought about working for Katie's P2, but Katie asked Christian to read her script, and then Christian's like, Katie was like, oh, there's a scene and I want to delete it, and Christian's like, no, that's a great scene, and somehow that turned into a big argument, and they ended up fighting and, you know, verbally, and Christian didn't work on Katie's P2, but Alexis Kim did eventually work on Katie's P2, which is fascinating. But yeah. And what else was I gonna say? I think that's pretty much it. Another person texted me saying that Christian referred her to me to look for set dressing help, and honestly, I don't want to do it. I want to take a month's break. I kind of want to do the Sloan one, but that's also like next weekend, and I have AFI Film Festival. It's just a lot, and yeah. What else? Something else interesting happened, but I forgot to. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna try to go to bed early, and then wake up at 7:30. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. Ooh. Zoop. I don't know what I'm doing. I reheated some kimbap, and oh yeah, that's what I was gonna mention. I returned home at 1 a.m. and Mary and this other white guy, they were like chatting very loudly. I was so hungry, so I went down to reheat some kimbap. I was gonna wait for them to leave, but I know they'll never leave. As I went downstairs, again, I saw my pan being used to cook steak and potatoes, and my plastic spatula being used for the third time, just dumped in the sink. And also, yeah, just a fucking mess. And I'm just like, I just told Mary, just please wash it next time because I'm probably gonna use a pan tomorrow. And also, Mary's using my Tupperware. That's why I had like 7 or 8 Tupperwares, and like almost all of them are gone. So, and it was kind of awkward. It's late. I don't want to be all friendly and charismatic. I can pretend to be charismatic. I'm not charismatic. It's all pretend, by the way. It's all a performance. I'm just like, okay, it's okay. But by the way, that's my Tupperware. But it's okay. But yeah, getting on my nerves a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say. Jayun. Jayun lives on in my script. So if I can make a good script, if I can write a good script and it gets chosen, even if it gets shortlisted, Jayun lives on in my script, and so be it. Yeah, I don't know. Again, that's the best possible outcome I could ask for, and oh man. Yeah, I didn't think much about her today. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, my hair. Time now is 7:47 a.m. on October 18th, and I slept from 4:10 a.m. to 7:45. So that's 3 hours and something. So tired, so sleepy. Can't wait for all this to be over. Can't wait to just sleep on Monday and do nothing. So yeah, hopefully this blows over. I'm not too worried about the film set today. Just worried about my scripts, really. Yeah. That's it. That's all I have to say, really. I woke up at around 7:20, and then I'm like, oh shit, I missed the alarm. And then I realized, no, I didn't. And then I fell asleep again. So, yeah.
You are going to sit right here, and you're going to be asleep for this shot. Okay. And yeah, so. And cut.
Cutting.
Can you track the focus, or are they at minimum?
What?
Can you focus on him as he goes around, or is he at minimum focus?
Sorry. No, I've been focusing on him.
Oh no, he was out of focus when he peered over the.
Oh, here?
Yeah, if you're too close, back up.
Okay.
So.
Then we could like do this. Just like inhale it and exhale it.
You have been noticing a foul smell coming from your unit, and we were just wondering if you knew anything about it.
Foul.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it shit's soft as fuck. Reset. Action.
Wow, I look ridiculous. I look like an upside down triangle. Okay, anyways, time now is 12:43 a.m. after midnight. It's late. Today is the second day for Ethan Kwan's Toxic, but then again, I'm in the PD, which means it feels like the 5th day I've worked on this, or the 4th day, I think. But yeah, I'm back in the basement. I woke up after 3.5 hours of sleep, and you know, I got picked up by Sienna, and then we picked up another girl, and turns out this girl is like completely new to filmmaking, has been to like a couple sets, but that's pretty much it. It's her first semester. She's a freshman. Neither Sienna or me know her, and no one really knows her. She just wanted to help, and she's from Slovakia. So that's really interesting. I've never met someone from Slovakia before. So, yeah, that's really interesting. I'm just like trying to think of how many countries in Europe have I not met. I don't think I've met people from the Baltics. Like, I don't know an Estonian or a Latvian or a Lithuanian. I don't think I've known a Belarusian. I think a lot of like Eastern European countries have I met a Ukrainian? I have met a Ukrainian somewhere a long time ago, but I forgot the name. Balkans. I haven't met a lot of Balkans. In fact, I don't think I have met one. Have I met a Greek? I think I've met a Greek. No, I don't think I have. Turk, definitely. Czech, yes. Hungarian, yes. Kinda. It's a professor, so yes. I don't know, I'm just going through the list. Liechtenstein, no. I don't think I've met a French classmate. No, I have. Yeah, anyways, I digress. I arrived on set. Harley's there. And I thought it's going to be a pain in the ass because today the number of crew is significantly smaller than last weekend. And there's like twice more PD. A lot of furniture. But for some reason, we worked really fast today. And within a couple of hours, we were able to finish setting up the bedroom and the living room. To be fair, the PD is not that complicated. Also, I'm not really that passionate about this, so I didn't really spend a lot of time designing and dressing this up. But yeah, the PD was pretty quick, actually. I moved some stuff out, moved the bed in, and boom, 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 bada boom. It's done. And then for the rest of the day, I didn't really do much. I helped fix PD mostly. For a little while, I did the slate. And for the most part, I just used my phone and I was working really hard on my script, on the rewrite for Cezanne. And sort of brainstorming in my head, breaking down the script. I think when the screenwriting professor was like, simplify it, it really helped me. I know I had to simplify it, but the professor saying it made me think, oh yes, I have to simplify it. And a great way to look at it is, it's a 10-page script. How many scenes do you think that is? Because 10 pages is 5 scenes max. Because that would be 2 pages per scene. And it's not bad. 2 pages per scene. Maybe the climax would be 3 pages. Maybe some scenes are just half a page. But average 2 pages per scene, I think 5 scenes is enough. And that's crazy because I look at my original outline for the script and it has so many freaking bullet points, like 10, 11 bullet points, which is definitely not 5 scenes. So if I only allow myself 5 scenes, how will I tell a story? Then it becomes a technique, then it becomes about compressing information and also simplifying it. And also, it's like reading a 4-panel manga. 4 panels tell a story. And now I have 5 panels, so that's 5 scenes. I ended up doing 6 scenes. I may have to cut it down even further. But I'm pretty happy with the 6 scenes I have, because now that I have the 6 scenes, this means a lot of stuff has changed. A lot of like exposition is just gone. I cut away a few characters, and some scenes I have to imply multiple things. And then at the same time, because the whole thing is compressed, I have to simplify it conceptually so that it's not confusing. And then I began to realize that I don't even know what's the main character's motivation. If he has a clear motivation, if something's clearly driving him to do these things, then maybe it makes more sense to jump from like the second scene to the third scene, because the second scene establishes a new status quo, and the third scene sort of sets the action in motion, and then scene 5 it ends. So we gotta set the thing in motion. Scene 4 is the climax, scene 5 is the resolution, the end. Chop it off. So very clean cut, and I didn't even write much the whole day. It wasn't until 7 p.m. is wrap. It wasn't until 6 p.m. when I started writing, and sort of restructuring and copying some parts of my older script to the new script. But yeah, I like the new version way more now. It's much clearer now, and it feels better now. It feels faster, quicker, and cleaner, which is good. But yeah. So Harley is clearly not doing okay. She's super tired, zoning out, not really lifting stuff. And then a couple hours in, she's like, I can't do it. So she left. So I was the only PD. And yeah, I also did not realize how many people I spoke to today. Cause like online. Cause at some point I DM'd Maisie and asked her about the vintage TV that she lent to us. She thought I'm not the PD, but there is no like PD. I guess me and Harley are both PDs. But I'm doing more PDing than her. But she did go to Universal. But I did go to Warner. But she did the costumes. But I did most of the setup today. So, you know. So we're both PDs, basically. And it looked fine. Ethan Kwan is happy about it, so if he's happy, I'm okay with it. And yeah, it's so hot today. It was very cold in the morning and then very hot in the afternoon. And lunch was Panda Express. It's pretty big, pretty hefty lunch. I was just gonna have something light for dinner, but then I saw steak, and if I don't cook it tonight, it's gonna rot. So I just spent some time making steak, and I thought might as well add some spaghetti to it, and then I finished a salad, which is frozen in the box, and yeah, and the steak is very chewy. It's cheap cut, because beef is super expensive now, so if I want to eat beef, it has to be like a cheap cut. But thank God H Mart has cheap cuts that probably has enough proteins anyways, albeit chewy. Yeah, and then not much else beyond that. I also talked to Cliff a little bit. I think Cliff saw that I went to Warner Brothers Prop House, and he's like, where is it? And then we talked a little bit. I told Cliff that I have a short film that I want him to DP, and he's like, sure. Turns out Cliff moved. In June, Cliff moved to Burbank, and now Santa Monica is Luis and like 3 other people, and one of them being his girlfriend, Cass. So lots of changes. But it's crazy that what was once the hub is now gone. And Austin, the Australian guy, he's back in Australia. So much is gone. I haven't seen Cliff since April, so it's been like half a year, pretty much. But yeah, I told Cliff to DP my script, and he's like, I'm so down. And I tried to advertise it. I'm like, oh, if we get an Alexa Mini, and I hope he reads it. And then a little bit later tonight, I spoke with Glenn a little bit, because Glenn hasn't been talking to me for like 2 months. And Glenn's like, oh, I've been dying, I'm so busy, blah, blah, blah. And I told him about my short film. So yeah, I'm slowly formulating my short film. Also about, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I was trying to brainstorm who can I ask to be producer, because I really don't know who to trust. I need someone who, A, I'm sure can work really well with me. B, I'm sure is very capable. And I can't really think of any. Like, there was Benny, but I don't like him now, and I want someone from USC to do it. But the thing is, like, I don't know a lot of producers. Even if I do, I don't think they are great, like, super close to me. And the first I thought of was Thomas Fitzgerald and Michaela Ash, because I recently worked with them and they're really cool. They're not super close, but they seem really easy to work with. And then I thought, you know what, Arjun. I know he's in grad school, but he's in PGA, which is good. This means he's a legit producer. B, he gives off Benny vibes, but he's probably a better person than Benny. He's very confident, and we can actually talk and chill. So I'm gonna ask him next time I see him. Might as well throw in a few more producers, but Arjun being my first choice. Yeah, I haven't even been on a set run by Arjun. I just know he can produce and he's a good guy, so it'll work out. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly assemble the team. I guess now would be a good time to do that. Also, like Eulogy, which is supposed to shoot like next year February, is like locking in head of department. So, I should actually start getting the ball rolling. I don't even have a freaking script. So there's that. I feel like to do that I need to be done with Smooth Operator first. But yeah. Because Smooth Op is a good like advertisement for that. But yeah, I digress. What else happened today? I think that's pretty much it. Not a lot of thoughts about Jairun, sort of like a figure of the past. Kind of ironic, because like, Mary and Leslie, I fell in love with them at the tail end of my encounter with them. Well, Mary's not really tail end, but I had to leave her because it ended. DSC is over. Leslie, I confessed to her at the tail end of the semester, and then she's gone, and then she's a story of the past. And I went back to Hong Kong out of sight, out of mind. Jayan is new because I like her, and then she disappears. No, she doesn't disappear. She's still here. That's the issue. So every time I run into her on campus, it's like, okay, of course you're still here. So I don't know. It's just kind of tricky. I still like her, and I still think my script and my sketches of her are probably the only two things I can do left as a way to answer my own feelings for her. I don't think there's a point to really talk to her that much anymore unless she talks to me, or unless there's something like, I don't know. But yeah, that's nice. What we did last Saturday, a whole week ago, I think what we did was the best possible outcome, and it is a beautiful, beautiful way to end off whatever we had. Very, very gorgeous way to end off. And I don't feel much now. I just want to take a good rest. After this set, I'm done. And I'm just going to have nice rest, eat well, sleep well. And that's the goal. So, yeah, I'm sleepy. I almost fell asleep on the chair. Also, I have like a little stomach ache now. Not stomach ache, throat ache. Sore throat. But it's not intense. It's very slight, and it's like scorched dry, and it's been there for like a week. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, time now is 7:51 a.m. on October 20th. October 19th. I slept from 3:30 to 7:50, and yeah, that's like 4 hours ish. It's better than last night, but I did not anticipate to be even more tiring. So, yeah, I can't wait to go to bed and sleep all day tomorrow. So, yeah. But yeah, today is the last day of Ethan Kwan's 310, and should be chill. I'm not really worried about it because most of the set dressing is already set up, and I'm just gonna chill and use my phone and write my script the whole day. Surprisingly, I did finish half of a film last night, so basically a film. I watched half of Inside Out last night before bed. Yeah, that's basically it.
It too?
Well, I'm actually confused on why it's
in his sleep, even when Alex said he can't talk. And don't you think it's a little weird? It's really makes sense!
Sorry, I forgot after that.
Okay.
Reset. Cut.
Cutting.
Okay.
So confusing.
Let's just go again. Don't.
Taking care of my son mostly.
How's that?
I'd do anything for him. Anything.
Reset quickly to do it again.
Any adjustments?
Nope. Just watch focus.
Yep.
Action.
So, are you retired?
I've been retired 6 years, I'd say.
And what do you do now?
Taking care of my son mostly.
How's that?
Reset. You gotta rack. Can you rack to them?
Yeah. I did.
Oh, wait. It was soft.
It was all the way I could.
Really?
Yeah. This is DFI. The base plate?
Oh, that base plate. No. Oh, no. The Euro plate is DFI. Yeah.
Okay. But the other stuff is regular.
Yeah.
Okay. Kate?
Okay, time now is 11:58 p.m. It's really late. I'm really tired. I fell asleep on my chair. I willingly fell asleep on my chair because I like the feeling of it. But yeah, today I slept for I think 4 hours and 20 minutes, and I went back to bed for 10 more minutes. And then I went to set, same place, same ordeal. And today, hilariously, ironically, we have even less people on set. Just like Lenka, the Slovakian girl, did not show up at all because she apparently was allergic to the dust. But it was obviously, it was because she drank a lot of alcohol last night and she's hungover today. That's the real reason. And Sienna said that to everyone. But yeah. Yeah, I Harley couldn't show up until at the end of the day because she was just so tired, and you know, she said she has like low blood pressure, but honestly it's probably because she's going through heartbreak, which again is totally understandable. If I'm an employer and one of my employees had a heartbreak, they can take a day off. Let's be honest. But only a day, you know, gotta go back to work. But yeah, we started off the day just with barely anyone. Me and Sienna arrived on set. We are the first two people. I opened the door and we started moving stuff out. And we started like set dressing, and then within an hour, Set dressing is done. I have nothing to do for the most part of the day, but because we're really short on hands, today I spent the most part slating, doing second AC. And it was fun because I got to make up some letters. Like for each letter, like if it's, for some reason we have like scene numbers go all the way up to W, which is fucked. It shouldn't be this way. And also, one of the same action would have like 5 to 6 coverages, which I think is really stupid. 3 maximum. That's my thing, but not for Ethan Kwan. But yeah, you know, for like the letter K, I would say Kubrick, or for like A, I would say Akira Kurosawa, you know, and I would say something funny like John Kim. J for Jiang, you know, or D for Daniel Pan, and you know everyone would laugh and it would be funny. I hope they make a compilation out of it. And Aardvark, apparently their 310 professor really hates people who slate and saying Scene 1 Aardvark, and so the running joke in the class is all the second ACs, you know, all not second AC, but like I guess yes second AC, but like this it's a 310 as a trio. All the people saying Aardvark, Bardvark, Sardvark, Dardvark, you know. So I mixed it up. I said David Lynch Aardvark, and people were laughing. But yeah, it was nice, and eventually, before lunch, some guy came. His name is Axel Beebe, and apparently her dad is the DP of like a bunch of big movies, like The Little Mermaid live action, and also Memories of Geisha, something like that. So he's a nepo baby, but he's nice, and he's just finished his 310 shoot where he was a DP like the night before, and at 8 a.m. today he's supposed to give back a PL mount so that we could use the FX6, but he didn't wake up until noon, so he drove all the way here at noon. And so before that, we just used the Venice. And it's so funny because before I ever saw Sony Venice in my life, which was like, what, 2022? I was like, oh, it's like this big camera that only super expensive shoots, super big shoots can have, you know, and only really professional people use it. But no, Sony Venice today is just like a dumb plastic toy. It's just FX6 but bigger and even easier to use. Sienna's the DP and she has no idea how to use it. And Ethan teaches her, and then at some point there were like weird issues and it was kind of like silly. And we just carried it around on a tripod like it's just a plastic toy, basically. A Sony Venice is just a plastic toy. And then we changed it back to FX6. But yeah, it was nice, it was fun. The earlier parts of the day was a bit frustrating because I'm not a morning person, and in the morning I don't talk a lot. Sienna was like really in a rush, and she could be kind of stressed in a rush, and she's in producer mode, so she tells me to do things like PD things, and I'm like, you're the DP in this project, don't tell me how to do things. Also, if anyone can tell me how to do things, it's Ethan, because he's the director. But Sienna's like, oh, the PD reset it, and then she showed me a photo, but I have a better photo of the same table setup, and I'm like, I did it, and then minutes later she'll tell me to do it again, like as if I didn't reset it the first place. And then I noticed, oh yeah, right, I didn't reset that part, so I did some more, and it was a little but later in the day the energy got better. I made the laughs, and after lunch the energy got better, and it went really well. It was really efficient. We got a lot of the shots done, even though again I don't think we need to do this many shots, but we really used up all of our time and some more. Yeah, lunch was pizza, which everyone was cool about. I didn't like it. I had 2 small slices, and then it was too much. It was really salty, greasy, and it just like killed my appetite. But yeah, Harley came at 5 p.m., 5 something p.m., and we wrapped, and that was hellish. Because we had so much furniture and so little hands, so it's mostly me and Harley, and because Harley's listening into a Zoom meeting, and also because she's not as strong as me, I lifted way more than she did, and so I was literally fucking dying. I lifted everything from the big couch to the small couch chair to the TV to the nightstand, and I was like dying, but I kept doing it. I kept overworking myself because no one's gonna do it if I don't do it. And then I shoved everything into the U-Haul van, and then it's just like I was literally dying, and everything's so dirty and messy and dusty and hazy because we have a haze machine. It was torturous. But yeah, we got out of the basement. I hope I never go back. It's such a dusty, dirty mess. And also, when we arrived this morning, there were weird shit. Like, some of our stuff are moved. There was a prop. There was a table set up where there were 2 cigarettes. One of the cigarettes are gone, so someone just stole a cigarette, and it's a Chinese cigarette. It's not even American, but someone stole a cigarette. There's candles laying around. There's fake blood, and there's fake spider web laying around, and it's like, what the fuck happened? So it turns out somebody came in last night after we left and shot something, or at least that's the theory. So that made me glad that I have trust issues, because last night I took most of my own props back with me, and they're like, you don't have to do it because the owner says it's gonna be untouched, but I'm like, I doubt it. So that's great. But yeah, that's basically it. Not much else. Had a nice talk with the actors as well. One of the actors, his name is Craig Ng, and he said he worked on because he's this old guy, and he's like second generation Cantonese American, barely speaks Cantonese. I'm more Canto than he is. He talked about how he worked on Big Trouble in Little China, and I asked him, do you know Jim Lau by any chance? And he's like, yeah, he's my Wing Chun master. And I'm like, what? No way. So it all kind of comes around. So I'm really happy that I'm assembling a team of old Asian men, especially like old Cantonese Asian men. Like, I think that's really cool. So yeah, that's fun. And that's pretty much it. And yeah, it's so crazy because when Axel BB came here, we were talking about like 310s, and we're talking about like all these famous people like Reese Zemeckis and Eris Baker, and people were talking shit about Eris Baker, which makes me ironically more excited for my PD for Eris Baker, because I feel like it's gonna be a messy set experience, but I feel like I can stand it. But yeah, yeah, but like we were just talking about like all these powerful things, and all these cool classes that we have, like 290 and 310 and 480 and 508 and 546, and we talked about the Universal Prop House and the Warner Brothers Prop House, and then the actors, people who are not in USC, are just thinking, holy shit, USC. And that's what I thought too. It's like, I'm in USC now, and I'm kind of in league with these production people, and I know what they're talking about. I have experienced Universal and Warner Brother Prop House. I've shaken Robert Zemeckis' hand. I've seen tons of like semi-famous people, and famous people too, from a distance. But to me, it's all just like school and business. Like, but then at the same time, I can take myself back, and I can think, oh yeah, you know, it is kind of absurd. USC is still like kind of an absurd place. But yeah, anyways, I came back home, I took a shower, and I just do not have the motivation to do anything. My canker's sore under my tongue. That sucks. But yeah, can't wait to sleep tomorrow. Can't wait to sleep all day on Tuesday. And, you know, just chill out. And, yeah, just the weekend has begun. So that's quite nice. I just had a Trader Joe's Thai noodle with a fried egg and some gailang, and that's it. And I'm gonna eat an apple later. Yeah. just thinking. It's been 1 week since Jayun. It's been 1 week and a day since Jayun. And yeah. I don't know. Haven't really thought much about her today. But I cannot deny that, again, what we, our little hangout, our non-date in Little Tokyo was felt so intellectually stimulating. Like, we say things to each other in such a fun kind of way that I don't even know if I can recreate it with anyone else. And yeah, you know, even though she's like, again, like a lot of people are howling over her and like a lot of people love her and cook for her, I felt like we were equals that day. Like, I was making fun of her and she was making fun of me, and it's just kind of playful, and it just clicked, man. I think in a parallel universe, we are good friends and we make great things together. Maybe we can still be great friends. I do not know. I do not know. But yeah. I hope I can recreate this with someone else before the year ends. Because it is an it is an overwhelming loneliness. Even though right now I don't really feel it because I'm just tired and busy. But yeah. Therapy tomorrow. I told Ethan, so we moved all the props back into the U-Haul van, and I'm like, I swear to God, I will not go back to the prop house. It's a very cool prop house, but I don't want to be spending more time with Ethan Kwan. I have my own shit to do. And Ethan asked me if I can come to Warner Prop House tomorrow to return props, and I'm like, no, I can't. I have a meeting at 6 p.m. and I have to make it. And Ethan's like, what's that meeting? And I'm like, therapy. And he's like, oh. So yeah, I'm just telling people that I have mental issues. But I think people will learn that I am a bit troubled eventually. And I don't say that like it's cool. It is lame. Being mentally troubled is lame. Because I'm not the goth kind. I mean, again, it really depends. And then again, Jayun. People think she's a goth girl, and, you know, I could see it, but also it's like, I also don't see it, you know? She's just a fun girl. I don't see her as a goth girl. Like, if anything, I think Leslie's persona is even more of a goth girl, but I think a lot of, like, Jayun's past is very goth. Oh, and that brings me to the script I'm writing. I'm halfway done with draft 2. Feeling somewhat confident, but only somewhat. I still think it's far from great. But yeah, feeling somewhat confident about it. And yeah, gonna end it off here. Okay, time now is 1:20 p.m. 1:20, yes. On October 20th, and I slept from, I believe, 3:30 to 12:45. Yeah, really nice. Feeling nice. I like that I slept a lot. And at around 11 a.m., there were some weird noises, some crazy drilling noises downstairs. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell's happening. Some people were here drilling something. And it's weird, like the drilling noises are like pitched differently. It's like a song. I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, I'm awake now, and today should be a chill day. I'm not gonna do much aside from therapy and Trader Joe's. Or Ralph's. One of them. Yeah, I feel okay. I feel okay, and okay. I had a dream, but I just completely forgot what happened in that dream. And yeah, I need to finish the script. I think I can finish it today. I'm confident I can finish the second draft of Cezanne today. Maybe finish half of History Will Absolve Me. And again, my goal is to submit it on Thursday, even though the due date is Friday. But my goal is Thursday because I don't want to be the last one to submit it. It's just too much of a risk. So, yeah. Not much else. I called my mom last night, which is, again, I barely have time to call my mom. And then she mentioned, do you have your schedule for your next semester? And I'm like, oh yeah, because last week they actually released the schedule for next semester's classes. And so I checked out the class schedule, and damn, unsurprisingly, I can't take the classes I want to take. I want to take the Mary Sweeney Dream class, and then turns out that clashes with National Regional Cinema. And for once, they're doing something interesting. For National Regional Cinema, next semester it's Bollywood, and I wanted to take that. But it just clashes with the Dream class, and that fucking sucks. So instead, I think I'm taking another 464. And that would be either the Romanian professor's class called Cons and Comedy, which is, I don't know. And the other is the essay film, which seems really boring. So I also don't know. And and yeah. The sad part is the Zen and Taoist literature, there it is, but there's no other religion class that I want to take. It's pretty dry next semester for religion classes. I wanted to take mysticism, it's not here. There are a couple of other interesting ones like religion and violence and like religion and colonialism, but then those classes clash. The only one that I want to take is the Greco-Roman world, but that's with the British professor from Intro to Religion, and I want to avoid that because she's not a good professor. So I don't know. I hope more religion classes get added. I looked at, visual medieval culture from art history, not available, not offering that class. There's a pretty fun history class, medieval Europe, but that one clashes with some other class, so yeah, pretty tight, but we'll figure it out. Okay, time now is 1:08 a.m. in the morning. I'm just gonna try to keep it fast because I'm running out of time. Honestly, today has been quite chill and quite plain. The canker sore under my tongue, hurting more and more by the minute, so that's great. I love being in pain. Yeah, I don't know why, but I spent a lot of time today not doing anything. And, it isn't around after therapy in Trader Joe's after I came home when I realized, holy shit, I actually have a lot to do. Maybe too much. I have a mini movie roundup video to edit. I have to write my script. I have to edit college update video, edit my short film, the canned vlog. I need to watch a film and 4 episodes of anime, and I have a laundry to do. But yeah, I guess the highlight of the day would be therapy. I walked over to the health center, and just before I entered the building, I had a phone. Somebody called me saying that they're outside my bedroom door. Because earlier in the afternoon, right before I left, I filed a maintenance request asking for someone to come in to unclog my bathroom sink. My bathroom sink is kind of clogged, and the water is draining really, really slowly, and it's been like that for weeks, for like 8 weeks or 9 weeks, but I didn't really care because it's still draining just slow. But I've come to a point where it's like, you know what, it's draining too slow, it's become a problem. Like, sometimes I wash my hands and then the sink is just filled with water. Um, or I would wash my hair and I would want to dry my hair, but I can't because the electric cable of the hair dryer would touch the water. But yeah, anyways, minor. But I filed a maintenance request because I thought now would be a good time. And I told the apartment in the maintenance request that tomorrow would be a good day to come in because I would be home mostly, and I want to be at home when the guy does it so that, But somehow, instead of coming tomorrow, somebody came today, straight up, hours after I filed a maintenance request. So I told the guy the password to my room door and told him to take off his shoes. So I hope he actually followed my instructions, because if he didn't, that would be really fucking fucked. But the good news is my bathroom sink is not clogged now, so that is good news. Went to therapy, didn't really have a lot to say other than, um, you know, last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I've been feeling kind of empty. After Jiayun, I just felt kind of lost and empty, like a man wandering in the middle of the road. I told the therapist that, and she told me that I'm grieving. And I didn't see it that way. I didn't clock that I was grieving, but it's true, actually. I am grieving. I just lost someone, even though it's not like someone dying, but I've lost a relationship nonetheless, and in some ways I am grieving. And so there's that. But yeah, not much else. Aside from Jiayun, honestly, I feel kind of okay. Yeah, the fact that I lost my job, I don't have internships, blah blah blah, they stress me out, sure, but I'm kind of just embracing all that. And also, I'm looking back at some of the earlier videos I filmed of myself back in late August and September, in early September before I found out that Jiayun has a boyfriend. And back then, Jiayun really said all these things to me. Like, I would tell Jiayun, like, I'm really interested in talking to you. And Jiayun would respond by saying, oh, you don't have to. Like, because I am interested in talking to you. And they all feel so personal. It's like, there's no way it's platonic, fully platonic, if she says shit like this to me. Or maybe that's just the kind of person she is. Sometimes she says things like, because I would tell her, oh, well, I like to get close to interesting people. And then she would say, oh, then get ready for the manic pixie nightmare demon girl. And as if she's implying that I will get even closer to her. Sometimes I would say, oh, well, I'm happy to see you today. And she's like, oh, I'm really happy to see you too. And I wish I could talk to you. I love talking to you. You're so refreshing to talk to. You feel like a fresh breath of fresh air. And I don't know. It's just, why would Jiayun say these things if she's completely platonic with me? Again, I don't know how. I've never been loved. So I don't know how it's like to be loved. So I don't know if those words are words. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But what's gone is gone, and yeah. And I don't really have much else to report other than the fact that I have tons of shit to do and I probably won't be able to finish them. I still haven't written a single word on my script today, but I will later. Ooh. And I also don't know why, but I feel really tired today. Even though I had like 9 hours of sleep, but I'm so tired still. Like, I still wanted to fall asleep on my chair. So, yeah. I think it's just Ethan's 310 is so goddamn tiring because of all the heavy lifting and everything. But yeah, I'm just really, really busy. So, just gonna end it off here. Yippee-ki-yay. Small note, but I ran into Maria at Trader Joe's. Yeah, I feel like the reason why I'm not shaving right now is because I'm not really seeing anyone. So I don't really plan on running into anyone. But I will shave before Wednesday. But yeah. Okay, time now is noon on October 21st. Usually I don't wake up, I naturally wake up at around 12:45, but I actually woke up around 11 because my room right now smells crazy, and my roommate Mary and some other people are chatting very loudly and happily. So I just can't fucking fall asleep. So, yeah. I love it. Whenever someone cooks, my room smells amazing because I am on top of the kitchen right now. Yeah. It's like potatoes and bell peppers and beef, I guess. Yeah, I went to bed at 4:50 a.m. I went to bed at 4 a.m., but then I spent like 50 minutes just writing a film review and working on my script, and then I'm like, I can't, so I just went to bed. Yeah, yesterday was not as productive as I would have liked it to be. I tried at night. I really tried to do as much as I can, but yeah, couldn't. Didn't finish editing my movie roundup video. Didn't edit my short film. And then I also realized I have two very difficult assignments due on Thursday and Friday. One is I need to just sit down and draw a location, and the other is I need to build a white model. I need to start doing that like right now. So that's tough. So that's really, really tough. I don't really know what to do. I don't have an X-Acto blade. And also today, I'm thinking of going to the gym, but before that, I need to activate my Chase card. Because tomorrow, I need to pay my phone bill. So I need to activate my Chase card so that I could pay the phone bill with my Chase card. So, yeah, there's that. Not much else. I don't really have anything else planned. I just want to chill. Not chill. Chill, like rest, but also do things, like finish the goddamn script. So, yeah, I have a lot of things to do. So, time to rise and grind, I guess. Rise and grind. The moment I start filming myself, the chatter goes down. Please scream and laugh. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's it. Okay, right now it's 1:32 a.m. in the morning. Holy balls, it's late. I tried my very best to be as productive as possible today, but it's been like literally right off the bat in the morning, I finished editing my movie roundup video. I filmed some recording for Can video, and I guess for a couple of hours, I was quite distracted. By the Can video because I was really into editing it. And unfortunately, I have not written a single word for my scripts. My ideal, in the ideal situation, I should be able to finish both the first draft of History Will Absolve Me and the second draft of Cezanne, but right now I'm nowhere near close, which is fucking horrifying. So I'm gonna grind later. But I did write a couple emails that I've been dreading writing. One is to the script writing professor, just asking for advice, and then the other is to my production design class TA, about coming to the classroom to work on my white model. And then of course the assignments. I have a white model due on Thursday and a drawing due on Friday, and also a perspective drawing that is due last Friday, but I didn't make it. And on top of that, there are the scripts. So obviously there's so much going on. But I think if I can work on a drawing tomorrow and then another on Thursday, and then also in the morning of Thursday, work on the white model, it should work out fine. Today I just want to focus on the script. And again, yeah, I want to submit my scripts on Thursday or Friday morning, but Friday's literally the deadline, so not Friday night. So yeah, very tough situation. Don't have a lot of time. I have 2 days left. Fuck me. So yeah, gotta work on it. But yeah, the highlight of today is going to the gym. I did quite a bit. I was at the gym for about 40 something minutes, and I can't go sore. Yeah, I did quite a bit. I did lateral raises, I did regular raises. I found some sitting, they're not benches, but they're seats, where I found that last week, so I've been just sitting there. Instead of just sitting on a random bench and doing the lifts, I'm now on an inclined seat with a back so that I could, lean on it, which is helping my muscles. And then I did pull-ups, I did chest push. I wanted to do bench press, but for some reason, even at 9 p.m., a lot of people are using it. So I just ended up doing some running, pretty intense running, burned some calories, and then that's it. I was teetering between going and not going to Ralph's, but I was so exhausted after the gym. I was like, I need some Coca-Cola. So I went to Ralph's, and then I went back home, and by then it was already like 10:30. I took a shower and everything, and then I just had dinner at 1:30 a.m. and I'm now doing the laundry. I also activated my Chase card, which I have to do in order to continue my phone bill. And yeah, so much is going on. I even plan to watch Ebola Syndrome, and I got my 4K Blu-ray and my Blu-ray player, and I set up the whole setup downstairs. And then I realized, you know what? I don't have time for that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tonight, I'm gonna finish Save the Green Planet and maybe watch a couple more episodes of City, the anime, and then just work on my script. And that'll be tonight. And I think I've done enough tonight. That's a lot already. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow will be a pretty long day again. And yeah, I'm thinking of not going home in the afternoon. I'm thinking of just going out for lunch and then draw for my assignment. But I think that's a huge if, because I don't want to do it alone. I don't want to just wander around and be bored. So if I could hang out with someone while drawing, that would be ideal. But yeah. And that's pretty much it. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for the Asian horror class. I'm excited for Lost Highway tomorrow night. And excited to see Garrett and also talk to him about what to do with Click to View. Because I also kind of want to make a short film for Click to View. But then I feel like I'm also giving myself a little too much. So I don't know if I should do that. But yeah, we'll see. And I don't know if I could do that next semester because next semester I'll be focused on the Empire. And if I see Arjun tomorrow, I'll also ask him to be the producer for the Empire. I think right now would be a good time to start looking for a producer. Speaking of which, Eulogy, the film that Giant's directing, I'm not receiving no emails from them. Which is interesting because Giant, last time I spoke with her, and by that I mean the Little Tokyo Day, she told me that an email will come in a few days. Over a week has passed and I'm not receiving the email, so I'm assuming that Giant probably booted me off as PD. That's the assumption, not sure if it's really the case or not, but I don't really mind, I don't really care. Maybe it's for the better. But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's that. And then I don't have much else to add. Yeah, just been tired, busy. Today's supposed to be a chill day. Not so chill. Very busy. Extremely busy. Packed to the brim. So, yeah, that's it.